Okay. A system has three processes, P1, P2, and P3, and 1 unit of each of resource, which is we have resource 1, resource 2, and resource 3. The current resource allocation state is as follows. We have P1 holds resource 1 and requests resource 2. P2 holds resource 2 and requests resource 3. P3 holds resource 3 and requests resource 1. So this is an illustration for a deadlock. So what we are to do here is to illustrate the situation using resource allocation graph. So now we start by drawing the resources and the processes. And if we can remember, a process is represented by a cycle, which is also known as a node. So let's say this is process 1, and a resource is represented by a rectangle with the unit in the rectangle. So now we have process 1 and this is resource 1. So let's draw process 2, 3, and resource 2 and 3. So this is process 2, resource 2, process 3, and resource 3. So each have 1 unit. So we go back to our question. It says process 1 holds resource 1. So we are to draw a line from the an arrow from the resource 1 to process 1. So this means that process 1 holds 1 unit of resource 1, and it is requesting for 1 unit of resource 2, which is like this. That means process 1 is requesting for 1 unit of resource 2, but process 2 is holding 1 unit of resource 2, sorry. So we draw it like this. So this means that process 1 is holding 1 unit of resource 2. Then next we go for the process 3. Process 3 is holding 1 unit of resource 2, and also process 2 is requesting 1 unit of resource 3. So the last statement says that process 3 holds 1 unit of resource 3, which we have already illustrated. So the last thing we have to do here is process 3 is requesting 1 unit of resource 1. That is, from this process 3 we have to draw a line back to this resource 1. So by doing this we have answered question 6a. Then next the